What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Reddit 2.0. I just got done watching the Warriors game, kicked butt. Hopefully we also win in game 3 and we can make it to the finals. But for now, let's focus on this app. As you recall, we had made our links prettier by using the friendly ID. So instead of links and a number, it was links and the title of the post. Now we also want to do the same for our users. So instead of users 4, we'll have users Ninja Dude. Now this isn't going to work, obviously, because that route doesn't exist, and so we got to add our friendly ID gem functionality to this. But really quick, before we do that, let me show you a little oversight we had regarding comments. So I had added a let's try to add a comment. So Hacker News, I love Hacker News, great. Add the comment. Now this isn't going to work. We should get an error, in which we did, because the comment isn't associated with a post. This is in our comments controller, and we essentially said find the link to which this comment belongs to. Now if you remember, our links are now prettified, so we need to add the friendly functionality in there. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go to the comments controller, and we are going to, right here, we're going to add friendly, and this should work. We're not going to restart the server. Let's go back and try I love Hacker News one more time. And boom, there's our comment, submitted by Ninja Dude, etc., etc. It works. The next step, which is what we really want to get done after we fix that little bug, was to prettify or make these URLs a little friendlier so that it's submitted by Ninja Dude. And if you go to users, you can type in their name, and virtually, when you have a real domain here, let's say you want to call this reddit2.com, you can do /users/Ninja Dude, and you'd be able to find your user. For now, we can't do that. We have to actually type users/ and a number, which is kind of lame. So let's go ahead and take care of that. We are going to go back into our editor, and what we'll do is do the same thing we did for the links model. We're going to go ahead and do it to the user model. So, well, we'll just open it for reference. What we did was add extend. Why not? Let's just copy paste it, and just for the sake of making things quicker. And we did extend friendly ID. Let's add a tab here, friendly ID name, because that's what we want to use. Use the slugged name. So, is this going to work? Well, let's find out. Let's try reloading this page, and we've got a serious situation here. Now I can't even find our user. Obviously, if we do users/Ninja Dude, it's not going to work, because first of all, we haven't created our migration to add the slugs to the users model, or to the users table, and we haven't customized it in the controller either. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go to the terminal, and we can close these up because these are ready, the model files with the extend. And let's stop our server really quick. And what we're going to do is create a migration in which we'll add the slugs to the user. So Rails migration user is our table. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, so we're going to do add slugs to users. Let's try that. Let's see if our server running. Okay. Looks okay. Add slugs to users. We'll run that, and then we're just going to add some stuff in this file after it's created. Oops, didn't run that well because I needed to generate the migration, not Rails G migration. Rails generate migration. Boom. Now we should have this file in our migrations folder. Let's refresh this database. Migrate. Add slugs to users. And again, just like we did in the for the links migration. Slugs to links migration file, we're going to do an add a column, and this column is going to be to the users table. We're going to add the slug, and it's going to be a string, and we'll also add an index to make it quicker to search through the database to the users table, and we'll make that a unique true, and we shall save and quit that. Now, what's the next step? Let's migrate. So rake db migrate. Okay, we run the migration. So the next step is to update our controller, right? Let's go ahead into the controller. Let's just make sure that it's in our schema. Why not? Let's go to, what are we looking for? Users. slug. There we go. And the index, awesome. Okay. Controllers, users controller, and if you guys recall here, what are we going to do? Should we add a private method or should we just add it to this? Take a couple seconds, see if you can figure it out, base it off your last controller. If you can't, just pause the video and I'm going to keep working on it right here, and we'll compare answers. So let's open up the Lynx controller, see what we did here. Now this has a private method, I believe, but I don't think we need to do that for our users controller. Here to set link, simply because we have one action here and that's all we'll be using, obviously. So actually making a private method wouldn't make much sense, being that we only have the one method, the show method. So we'll do user.friendly, I believe it was, friendly, and then find the params by the ID. Okay, so if all went well, this should work. Let's go ahead and try to create a new user. Okay, Reddit, sign out. We'll sign up. Let's see, what can we call this new user? Let's call Khaleesi. No, I don't know how to spell Khaleesi. We'll do Daenerys. Shout out to Game of Thrones. Daenerys. Is that how you spell it? Whatever. Daenerys at Gmail. Boom. And she has been created. Okay, so now Daenerys exists. Is that how? I don't know. This is gonna bug me. Is that how you spell it? Daenerys. Good stuff. Surprised that I got that. All right. So what we can do now is see if Daenerys exists. So Daenerys. Boom. There she is. She's got no post, obviously. But now, as you can see, we got a nice, pretty URL. Now, obviously, this isn't going to work for these other guys. Ninja Dude is still 4, and we're still going to get an error here, because we haven't converted all of our other ones, all of our previous users, excuse me, before we added the friendly ID to the model. We haven't converted our old users. So let's go ahead and do that, and that occurs in the Rails terminal. So we'll open up a new tab here. We'll make this big. In the Rails console. I'm sorry, not the Rails terminal. So user.find each and save. Is that the command? I just don't want to mess it up. Where is this? Let's see. Jeez. User.find each and save. Good. Semicolon. Boom. Okay, this changed all our previous users to have friendly IDs. And if we go back to our app, refresh, Ninja Dude, user / Ninja Dude, awesome. So we've now added pretty URLs to our users and to each one of our posts, which is really cool. Now this is pretty much like a live app where you can share the link to that specific post or share that specific user's, let's call this a profile, to whomever you want, and this link will work.